Hi everyone, Adam here, and this is a quick movie review of Project Hail Mary. And this stars Ryan Gosling, and also stars Sandra Hüller, James Ortiz, Lionel Boyce, Milana Vanatraub, Ken Leung, and this is directed by Philip Lord and Christopher Miller, who most people would know from the Spider-Verse movies. And Ryan Gosling plays a character named Ryland Grace, who is a school science teacher and a molecular biologist. But when we first meet Grace, has been awakened from a coma on a spacecraft and doesn't remember how he got there. And he soon remembers why he's there. We see this via flashbacks. The plot goes back and forth from present time to pretty much how he got to the spacecraft. And due to certain circumstances, he's the only one on there. And he realizes he has a mission to do, which is to, well, we'll just say save the Earth. Yeah, but this mission looks like he isn't going to make it back to Earth. But soon, a strange event occurs when another ship pretty much arrives next to Grace's ship. And in this other ship, Grace discovers that there's an alien, kind of looks like a rock with arms and legs, who Grace names Rocky. So Grace and Rocky learn to communicate with each other via using a laptop. They basically learn each other's language. And we find out that Rocky's planet is also in peril. Pretty much because of the same thing that's going to happen to Earth. So these two are going to have to work together to figure out how to save each other's planet. Okay, I didn't want to go too much into it. Yeah, but that's the basic synopsis. As for what I thought, I did enjoy this. I will say it started off a bit slow, but once Rocky came onto the scene, that's when it started to get very entertaining. But I will say the effect of Rocky is well done. Apparently it was pretty much a puppet. And they've done a good job of making it, how can I say, making basically a rock puppet adorable and charming, which no mean feat. And a lot of the interaction is between Grace and Rocky, and Ryan Gosling does a pretty good job. I never thought I'd say this about a rock puppet, but there is really good chemistry between the two, actually. And another thing is, this sometimes does get quite funny. On a technical side, this movie looks great, and the special effects are well done too. And the story does go back and forth to before he was on the spaceship and then how he got to the spaceship. So it kind of goes back and forth, I guess you'd say, to flashbacks to present day is probably the best way to describe it. And all the actors do play their roles well. I did enjoy this, actually. Like I said, I thought it started off a bit slow, but once it got going, I found this to be quite enjoyable. I wouldn't say it's an action-packed sci-fi, but I did find it entertaining, though. So overall, yeah, I thought this was, like I said, very entertaining. Ryan Gosling does give a very good performance. So I'll give this a 7. It's a decent watch to me. So that's all I'm going to do. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about it. As always, just my opinion. Feel free to disagree. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Adam. And this movie reminds me of the time I had a pet rock. Kill for me. Wait, did you just talk? Kill for me and I'll give you rewards. You're going to reward me with what? I'll reward you with pebbles. What am I going to do with pebbles? You can throw them at people you don't like. That's true.